All right, today on the $1 Million Plan, in studio guests. See, every once in a while I like to do a show that's just about with people I like. Right, so this show is featuring someone I like, and I like people for different reasons. I like this person because you just feel like their career is just like right on the precipice of just going huge, and I want him to be on the show before everyone in the world knows who he is. That way you can hear that you saw him here first. His name's Kyle Inskeep, and he joins us on the program now. Kyle!
Mike, that was the nicest intro I've ever gotten.
All right, so Kyle and I have worked together now on a couple different projects. He is a reporter for Fox 59, the Fox affiliate, go figure, in Indianapolis, Indiana, morning reporter, been filling in as an anchor, and let's just get to it. You're built for the anchor desk, my friend.
That is very nice of you.
You are.
I'm just filling in. Our regular anchor is enjoying some time off, so I've got to hang out at the desk. It's been nice. It's been hot outside, and I have to deal with the elements. Like, you may see me sweating right now. I went for a run. Yeah. But I've been loving it. It's been a good change of pace.
So you and I have worked on this series. What's it called? Fix Your
Finances. We've done it twice.
Where we take people, we fix
their finances.
Oh, before we go much further, you have for being on the show today, you get a tube of Pete the Planner chapstick. Pucker up and kiss your money hello.
You know what? I'm going to put it on right now because I feel like
it's really sealed because I want people to feel.
All right, I'm going to hold this for after the show. Yeah. But this is nice.
Well, yeah, it'll moisten the lips
and kiss your money hello. I love this.
So when viewers send you Facebook messages that say, "What lip protection do you wear?" What's the best way to lube your lips, Kyle? And you can say, "Peter does."
Let me tell you, I'm a big fan of Dr. Dan's. I hate to do product placement
please
here,
do.
But Dr. Dan's chapstick, best in the business.
Really?
I put that on first, then I do a little Carmex, adds a little shine.
Carmex is an addictive product.
It is.
And as a middle school boy, I would have acid wash jeans and a thick jar of Carmex in my pocket.
There are like two types of people in the world.
Yeah.
Carmex people, and then there are people who do Burt's Bees. I'm a Carmex fan.
Do you ever see that Burt's Bees documentary?
No, they have a documentary?
You've got Netflix?
Yeah. Netflix. No chill, though.
No chill. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But Netflix has got this amazing documentary, and I don't even know what it's called. Maybe, Nicole, you can look that up for us, although I don't have headphones in, so I wouldn't be able to hear you if you found it, about the founder of Burt's Bees and when he sold the company and then like what happened. Watch it.
You know what? I need some new things. I'm kind of stuck right now in House of Cards, Orange is the New Black. Just finished 13 Reasons Why. You can tell I do a lot in my off time.
I don't want to watch that 13 Reasons Why.
Here's the thing. It's deep. It's a little dark. But it's addicting.
Yeah.
You get sucked into it, and it's just like this downward spiral.
Yeah.
It's good, though.
I've got one left of House of Cards.
Oh.
Okay. One left. Take it easy. Take it easy. So we got that, and then I don't know what we're going to start next. We're sort of behind Fargo. You like the Fargo? Yeah.
I haven't really gotten into it. Yeah, it's a little too much for me.
Yeah.
It's a little too much, but House of Cards just like takes over my life. I'm on episode 8. I would be watching 9 right now, but I'm hanging with you.
Okay. So Kyle is a reporter, Fox 59 in Indianapolis, Indiana. You work the morning shift. So what does that mean? What time do you get up?
That means that I'm constantly sleep deprived. My alarm goes off at 2:05.
Okay, what time do you really?
I'm a 1 alarm person. I don't do snooze.
Wait, 2:05?
2:05.
Does that technically make you overnight?
No, because I mean, we have people who come in as early as 9 o'clock at night to produce the 4 a.m. So I'm like kind of in that middle, right? Like 2 o'clock is actually a decent shift.
Yeah.
So I come in at 2:05. Well, I get up at 2:05. I get to the station between like 2:45 and 3.
So I usually see you around 7:45, 8 a.m. when I get there, and you have been there for hours.
Yeah, you were seeing me at the downslide of my shift.
You had a big week last week where you helped investigate a cockfighting ring. Was the place just inundated with cocks?
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you about one of the emails I got. I send a picture out. Someone responds, "Is that the most cocks you've ever seen?"
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that there.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of roosters in one place that are fighting, right?
You know,
you get some weird stories.
That may be the craziest story. So it was on the south side of Indianapolis. Yeah. They had 219 chicks, roosters, all this crazy stuff. Right?
Why can't we just call a rooster?
Yeah, I was really confused by this. I'm like, wait, so what's the difference between like?
Is there a difference?
Rooster is a male chicken.
Did you go back to the office and Google like difference between cocks?
I called it a chicken.
Because if you did, HR probably has to see it.
Heather Tumbarger, HR director, would have been like,
yeah,
Mr. Inskeep, You're done.
Did you seek permission to come on this program?
Did not. So my boss might be like, what are you doing?
How long until I get an email saying, as a courtesy to us, will you remove this episode?
I don't think so. You're like part of the Fox 59 family.
Yeah,
okay. You're part. We were out one day and someone was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh, you can come through." And they're like, "No, I was waiting to talk to Pete the Planner." I'm like, "Hey, he's getting recognized,
Well,
people."
listen, these things happen. The person has poor taste in personal finance experts. So I got some email last week about my radio show from a woman who said, "I wish I should read it." Basically, you're not funny. Quit trying to be funny, and just give me personal finance information.
What?
And I was like, whoa, boss is
intense.
I mean, like, that's my style. It's 12-year-old sort of humor.
It's part of your charm.
Some call it charm, some call it angry email material. So last week's radio show, we did a joke-free episode, and we got our worst ratings ever.
You know, I believe in staying true to who you are.
I know.
You know, if I don't try to smile, that's not who I am.
Right.
I'm not a super serious type of guy.
Yeah.
If there's like serious news, I'll give you a little straight face. But I kind of smirked a little when I was talking about cockfighting because it's kind of humorous.
We got to go with a different word as a nation, as a culture. Like come on.
You know?
So anyway, you've been anchoring the morning news because our friend Ray has just been on vacation.
Yeah.
How many times have you done the guest anchoring?
Gosh, so I usually do from 4 to 7, which is Scott Jones.
Yeah.
So I usually anchor with Lindy.
Yeah.
But then this time, and they usually slide, but I'm not for sure what happened. So this is the second time ever I've anchored with Angela Gannot, kind of the queen bee of the morning show.
Queen.
And then next week I'm going to be on from 4 to 7. So if you're up,
I won't be up. I won't be up.
There's a magical thing about being up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't believe there is, Kyle.
I'm telling you, no one else is awake.
I wake up in the 4s for one reason in my life now, and that is to get on an airplane.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I read an article one time, like CEOs, a lot of them will wake up because they call it the magical hour where they can reply to email.
Old wealthy men, and their prostrates are the size of
they gotta pee.
Right, that's why they get up at 4.
I'm telling you, if you do 1 week of waking up at like 4:30, besides the obvious advantage of getting to watch us at 4:30, you can work out.
What do I want to know about the world at 4 a.m.? And I mean that, like I'm not asking you to defend news at 4 a.m., but at 4 a.m., let's say I'm a person, and I wake up, and I'm like, well, I'm up. Let's see what's going on in the world. Like, that's the time I need to know?
I'm telling you, there's something like, it's just so peaceful.
Yeah?
Like on the weekends now, I mean, the latest I can sleep in really is 6 o'clock. So I'm usually up by like 5. And if I'm not up by 5:30 and I get up and like everybody's buzzing around outside my apartment, I'm like, dang it.
So, do you whisper at 4 a.m. when you're on the news, just so in case anyone's still sleeping? Welcome to Fox 59.4. I'm Kyle Inskeep.
This is really bad, but my neighbors are kind of rowdy.
Yeah.
And so if they keep me up late at night, when I wake up at 2:05, I will like intentionally turn my music up. I'll put like some Kanye. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? You're going to wake up when I wake up.
So you are in the public eye a lot. You're on television a lot. What's that? I have a lot of friends in the news business, and I always like to talk about like the expectation of what you look like, not only physically in the face area, but also like how you dress. Like how can you afford? This is the financial element of the show. How in the world is a person supposed to afford what you have to wear in order to do your job in the appropriate way?
I want to go back to one thing you said shortly there. People and what their expectations are. Every time I meet someone, I kid you not, they say to me, "You look so much better in person." I don't know if that's a compliment or if that is. I just don't know what to take with that. And that's not me being like
not
pretentious.
Taller, but better.
They say better, and I'm like, well, do I look bad on camera?
You do, but okay. So look, years ago, story time. Years ago, Mrs. Planner and I, who you got to meet at Zubilation.
She's a lovely lady.
She's a very small person. She's lovely. She and I were at the Today Show. I wasn't on the Today Show. We were just there.
It's my favorite morning show.
Besides Fox 59 in the morning.
Yes.
And we saw Ann Curry in person. Ann Curry's a lovely woman. Mm-hmm. In person, she's ridiculously amazing.
Really?
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna go along with the people that say that to you because, like, you see her all the time. You know what Ann Curry looks like. You're like, oh, she's a nice person. In person, and my wife said the same. She's like, she's a different person in person.
That's interesting, because I was always like, dang it, are you telling me that I'm ugly when you see me on TV?
Well, there's the whole 10 pounds camera thing.
Listen, I've been working on my fitness. I don't know if you guys can tell or anything right now.
You work out?
I do.
What do you do?
So I train with my trainer 3 days a week.
Jeez.
And just this week, I started training for my first ever marathon.
When are you doing that? Monumental?
The Monumental. So November, the first week in November. I'm
running the half.
It. Shut up.
I am, yes. So I've started, okay, so do you happen to know my friend Kelsey Taylor?
No,
she's the main personal trainer at Angie's List.
Oh, okay.
She was on this program in another segment called People I Really Enjoy. And she was like, you need to be physically fit. I'm like, I'm in, and we made this bet, and I failed hard. But I'm back, and I'm feeling good. I've run the last 5 days in a row.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm trying not to eat fried foods, except sweet potato fries, which are not officially French fries.
French fries are my
I had sweet potato fries for lunch today in lieu of French fries, not because I have a stance against the French.
But love the French.
But the sweet potato just seemed like a healthier choice, and I was stress eating.
I'm an emotional eater myself. But I'm telling you, the Monument, is this your first half?
No, I've run probably 10 halves.
Isn't it the greatest thing
It's
ever?
fun. See, my wife's a marathoner, though, right? Oh. So this comes up on every show. So that makes it harder because she's really good, and if I tried to run with her, it's a disaster.
It's difficult. I mean, I'm a little nervous to do 26, right?
You've done halves.
I've done halves, 2.
Yeah. Okay.
But this is a whole
What kind of time are we
ballpark.
talking for you?
I don't have a time in mind.
Yeah, survival?
Yes, I just want to survive. My last half was 150.
That's solid.
So I was very impressed with that. But I don't really have any goals for 26 because I'm I just want to look good when I cross the finish line.
Well, that's not going to be a problem.
The
Flat course.
Yes.
It's a great course. I like the Monumental course.
And the people are so friendly. And it benefits a great cause, the Indianapolis Public Schools. So, it's a win-win situation.
So you're training for that. Back to people saying you look better in person. You have to have a fresh look all the time on TV. How do you possibly do that?
I take my clothing very seriously,
I know
as do you.
I do. At times.
I shouldn't even be revealing my big secret here, but I'm going to let it out the bag. The Outlet Mall in Edinburgh is my BFF.
Well, see, you're from Columbus.
I am. C-Bus.
So that's a thing. That's
it is. Anytime I go home. We were raised at the Outlet Mall, so when I go to full retail stores and I'm where are your sale racks? They're back there. And I'm like, so it's not a sale.
I have a theory about looking good on television. And this is not me, but others. Think about how a TV set is built, okay? It's usually crap. And I mean that in with all the love of all the set builders out there. The key to a good studio is lighting.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So the lighting's where it's at. The set, it looks nice on TV, but you go up to it, it's not like it's the nicest thing in the world. Not so much at Fox 59, but some of the other stations I've been to in the past. It's like a Hollywood set that if you push the wrong way, it's falling over.
Oh, it looks beautiful on TV, but you get up to it and you're like, whoa.
Think behind the weather area there. Just think, it's just what is this? So the theory is it just needs to look nice on camera. To some degree, clothing's not that different. It doesn't have to be the highest end clothing.
It just has to look nice.
It just has to look nice.
I like to break the rules because a lot of people say no patterns.
Right.
But I don't believe in that, right? And I like to
either.
mix
That's
and
garbage.
match patterns. So it's one of those things where it's you got to take risk.
Yeah.
I've been trying I go tieless a lot right now. It's my little thing.
Do you do one but this and you're
So in the summertime, I like to show a little bit of my chest hair.
Yeah, totally. There's 5, 6, 7 chest hairs.
I had to shave this recently because I wore a low cut shirt and I didn't want the chest hair to be popping out. I'm just spilling all sorts of secrets here, guys.
You do realize we have ones of viewers of this. 7 to 8 people are going to know about this.
I was in New Orleans. I was feeling good. I was like, I'm going to rock this low V cut.
In New Orleans?
In the bathroom, 5 minutes before I was going out.
Do you go deep V?
Not very often.
Yeah.
But I bought this shirt and it screamed New Orleans. And I was like, oh, this is a deep.
Did it say New Orleans on it?
I do not believe in logo tees, okay? That is one thing.
Not even ironic,
it's got to be a really nice logo tee. It's got to be very
a whiskey shirt. What's your drink of choice? You love champagne, don't you?
I do love champagne.
Yeah.
This weekend I had my first scotch.
This weekend was your first scotch? A Zubilation?
Yes, at Zubilation.
What do you think?
Been bragging to people about it. I had scotch for the first time. I'm a man now.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was very impressed.
You were impressed with scotch.
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And we were in the line, and the guy in front of me was like, I'll take a scotch. And I looked at my friend, I was like, we'll take a scotch.
Yeah.
So we took a scotch, and the night kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's what happened.
it was good. But if I had to go, if I'm at a wedding, open bar, old fashioned.
An old fashioned, so you're a bourbon drinker. You know, we're drinkers on this show. Like any point of time, we've got an entire. In the other room, we've got our booze cart.
Oh.
And if you wanted to drink, I could probably give you a drink, but it seems like not the point of the show today. So did you get like the cigar, sort of tobacco?
I felt like I needed a smoking jacket when I had this.
You kind of did have a smoking jacket on, though. You had that white dinner jacket?
Courtesy of the Ryan Seacrest collection at Macy's.
Is that made up? Is that true?
Oh, true story.
It's really Ryan Seacrest collection.
Yeah, he's got an incredible clothing line.
Yeah.
And I actually am fascinated with Ryan Seacrest because he's kind of like you. He's a jack of all
trades.
trades.
Wait a second. No, he's nothing like me.
Yeah,
he's got his stuff together. And I'll just say this, like when you go up and you ask the price of the Ryan Seacrest jacket, you know, do they like draw it out and then tell you after the break?
We'll be right back.
Yeah, they're like, let me find the price right after these words. And then you just stand there.
Real talk, you're the Ryan Seacrest of the financial industry.
Oh,
I'm telling you, you've got your hands in everything.
Yeah.
You're going to be hosting a show with Kelly Ripa shortly. I'm telling you.
I saw her in person once.
Good or bad?
Well, I wouldn't say. But I'll say this. I was in Soho, this was probably 10 years ago, and her and her husband, I saw them coming out of
a beautiful couple.
Oh, they are. Out of like Dean and DeLuca or something like that. And it's weird when you see someone of that popularity, celebrity status, like in their human element, like not made up.
Because they're not human, right?
Yeah. Like so that between her and I think I've told you I saw P Diddy or Puff Daddy or
I didn't know
Sean Combs.
Whoa!
Elevator ride with him.
You've been in an elevator with P Diddy?
Yeah, Mrs. Planner and I, his security detail, which was the size of a Mercedes diesel van. The man was, and his son. We're in a LA elevator in Macy's.
My favorite store, one of my favorite people.
It's a good story. So we get in the elevator, and we just like not even paying attention. And he's in there, and his watch, it's like his diamond watch is just gigantic. But I'm instantly, I'm not a starstruck person. I don't care. But I can't talk. I can't move. I can't think. Not because I'm starstruck, because I'm just like, I'm nervous. And so the elevator goes up one floor, and this elderly woman gets in. She goes, "Oh, it's Puff Daddy," like that. And
ma'am.
Right. And she goes, "I love your vodka," and he goes, "Thank you." That was my P Diddy voice. And then she goes, "You should make it in peach," like that. And he goes, "All right." Yeah. And then like we were on the next floor. I got off the elevator and I exhaled and I was like, "What just happened?"
What?
Yeah, that happened.
In college, I used to tell people that like my three favorite people were P Diddy, Barack Obama, and Kanye West. So my like ideal person was Con de Rock.
That's a good college joke, Kyle.
You know?
Man, I'm sure that was really funny over a lot of Busch Lights.
Listen, a lot of people laughed at that. I haven't told it in probably 6
What were they
years.
drinking at the time?
Probably Skull.
Sounds very funny 10 years ago.
It was beautiful.
A
They were
decade
all
ago,
at the hype.
A knee slapper.
That is like an incredible story.
What's your best sort of celebrity story where you're just like in the moment like, well, this is a weird situation.
I'm trying to think if I've ever actually met a celebrity.
What are you talking about? You meet
I don't
people
have,
all the time.
But not like big name celebrities. I'm trying to think. Once when I was out of college, I worked for NBC News. I was a fellow there.
Yeah.
And
what's a fellow? Isn't it just a man?
glorified intern. I got paid. So
wait, a fellow is a glorified intern?
yeah, I was essentially paid to be an intern for a year.
Let's say I tweeted looking for a fellow for our team.
Oh yeah.
That seems a little weird. Like I'm gonna like harass the fellow.
But it's like you put fellowship on your resume, and it's like you're a fellow.
Oh, it's a fellowship.
But they just call me a fellow.
But they're fellow. Well, is there a female fellows?
You know, I do
fellows?
believe that all of the fellows in the program that I
Are they
have
shallows?
been in were men.
Yeah.
It's the Tim Russert Fellowship, but I think everyone was a man so far.
Femelos. Anyway, you're a fellow at NBC. Who do you meet?
So we snuck in to the White House Correspondents' Dinner party,
Yes.
right? So we were at the after
You
party.
snuck into the White House
Because we
Correspondents'
weren't cool enough to actually. Well, we got to go to the dinner.
Yeah.
But the dinner's like the lame part. The after party is
Yeah.
where it's happening.
Sure.
So we sneak into the after party and we see Anderson Cooper.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, Andy Cohen.
Okay, what's a big difference?
One and the same.
I was excited.
You know.
Now not as excited.
We saw Questlove.
I've seen Questlove.
No way. He's big. Like, he's big on TV, but he's big in person.
He's a big man. He's built like a pear.
Yeah, that's
I mean that with all due respect.
Yeah, that is a very good way to describe his body.
Weird.
It's like, because he's got these like hips, but he's not super big up top.
Sure.
But we love you, Questlove. But he wasn't trying to take a photo with us. He was kind of annoyed because we were like 22 and we're like, can we get a photo? Gayle King was there, and I'm obsessed with Oprah. So to see Gayle King, I was like,
Gayle King. That's a pretty big get.
Who else did we see there? I think that was it.
Yeah.
But then a couple of months ago, I went to the Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen book tour here in Indy.
There you go.
And one of my coworkers, shout out to Angela, got us backstage passes. So then we got to take a photo with Andy and Anderson.
I didn't see that photo.
Oh my goodness.
Will you send it to me? Not now.
Okay, all right. It's on my Instagram if you guys want it.
How many phones do you have?
2. Has anybody heard that
phone?
song? I got 2 phones. One for that. We're not going to say the rest.
No. That is a lyric that we don't want to say.
Can I talk about a product I really love right now?
Yes.
This little ID holder.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen
Look at your
These
ID.
are becoming all of the
I'm not going to show it
rage.
in the camera. Look at that picture.
That was before I grew a beard and my hair was still short.
Oh my gosh.
You can't
Things have
smile
gotten
in
better,
Indiana.
my friend. Things have gotten better for you. That's ridiculous.
But I'm telling you, people will
Those
love
little
these.
things?
Yeah, they're everywhere right now.
Yeah, one of
I'm
my
supporting
coworkers.
Butler, my alma mater.
She's got one of those like handles on the back of the phone things. Like it's like a stick thing, and it pulls. I don't know how it works.
Those
She
are
seems to like
fancy.
it. I thought you were going to say the tornado thing.
I should have brought my
You
tornado
should have.
twister.
You've taught me about black hair care.
You know, it is an industry. Okay.
Oh, I understand that. I wonder if mine would do it because my hair has got a little nap to it. Yeah,
Little kink.
little kink.
I can connect you with my barber Gino.
Yeah.
He does all sorts of people's hair.
So you've got this thing. It basically looks like a car wash sponge,
But it's not.
but it's not. And if you rub it on your hair, it what are those twists? Braids?
The twists come up. I don't know if you can see them. It's
Yeah.
a very delicate art to this.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things to do in the morning. I do it on my drive into work. I'm just kind of like this.
Once you go with that look, it's a commitment to be there, right?
It really is, because you got to let it grow out. I started
Yeah.
growing this at New Year's,
Yeah.
and I feel like just a couple of months ago, we
I'm with
really
you.
hit
Yeah.
the stage.
Yeah.
You know, it was a progression.
But see, that's what that goes back to my earlier statement. You have to plan your look to a degree. Like you've got an image.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like to push the limits.
Sure.
My agent gets very upset with me because you're supposed to have this one consistent look, right?
Sure.
And he's like, you've had 3 looks in the last 6 months.
you're like
Kyle.
a barbershop poster. You're like, I'd take any of the top 3.
I'll take a 1.7.
Yeah.
And mix that with like a low fade.
So
and then we
what's
get Kyle.
I know you're gonna hate this question. I don't really care. Like where are we going? Like what are we doing?
We are just on the ride, on the roller coaster.
I don't want you to not be in the moment because you got to be in the moment. I want you to be present, but we're going somewhere. I want to know where is it that you're going? Like where are you going? Like not next contract, but like
Right.
ultimately, like do you see yourself sort of doing like an Anderson Cooper thing? What do you see yourself doing?
I love the morning show. Like I thought when I came here, I told my agent, I told my family, I told anyone who would listen, like this is going to be like a 6-month, as soon as somebody else leaves dayside, people who work like 9 to 6, and I'm gonna go there.
Is it the whole I want to be a serious reporter thing, and then you were like, I just need to connect with people.
I think it was the shift that was intimidating to me.
Well, that was shift with an F. The shift.
Shift.
Okay.
It was very intimidating because to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're not used to that, like I was falling asleep just like walking when I first got on the shift because you're just exhausted all the time. But I love mornings now. I don't know if I'll ever want to get off them, at least for the foreseeable future, because you get to have fun.
Do you want to do like a national thing, or do you like markets?
I think local is where it is for me because you get to have a connection with your viewers, right?
Totally agree.
Like I love being able to go out and people being like, "Oh my gosh, I love this story that you did yesterday," or "Oh, I didn't like your
cockfighting story was huge."
Listen, the people loved it. All right.
They did. You know what? When we promote this episode, we are going to have to put a clip of the cockfighting report.
Can we put Kyle, the cockfighting reporter?
Yes.
I like that. I like alliteration.
Make sure the hyphen's in the right place there.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, okay. So you want to stay? You would stay in a local market.
I do. And Indianapolis is home for me. I grew up in Columbus, like
Yeah.
we said earlier. So this is like my home market.
Yeah.
I went to Butler. Go Dogs. We got a new coach. We're not going to talk about Chris Holtman, but
we talked about him on the show last week. Like, but look, I mean, you're in a business where if you're getting offered more money, you're rolling out.
True.
If you got offered 3 times as much money, to go to a place where you have unlimited resources to succeed, dude, you're out. You're sending out that text to everyone.
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah.
Because I think we got a great coach out of it.
Sure.
But I just think the tweet that he sent out like 2 days prior.
Oh, I didn't see the tweet.
It was like, the next class arrives in 10 days.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's a little misleading to the fans who are, we
he
knew
meant
he was being considered. And
to Ohio State. He's going to redirect him. What if he tipped off like this bus driver that was going to drive their recruits and drove off at Hinkle, and he was just like, hey, I'll give you $130 if you just drive due east and drop them
just
off
come
Ohio
through
State.
here. Just got to hang out.
So you're a big Butler basketball fan.
I am.
It's kind of hard not to be.
You know.
So you're in the dream market for you right now.
That's the thing. Like, I'm living the dream.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I love Fox 59. I love my bosses. I love my coworkers. And my family. I have 2 little nephews that are in Columbus. Nice. They have a baseball game this evening, their last one of the season. So it's like, it's a good spot to be in. And they basically let me kind of have a lot of fun on the morning show.
That is true. You know, I've been doing news since 2006.
You're a vet.
And when I figured out is it's like, it's so much different than I used to be a news hound from the outside. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so much different than what people think. First of all, it takes a tremendous number of people to put on the news.
Like, so many people.
It's crazy how many people it takes to put
and you don't see, like, a lot of the people who work the hardest, you will never get to see them.
They don't get, their names are nowhere. They get no credit. And I'm not suggesting they do all the work, because that's not the case. But they do all the work in relation to the amount of credit they get.
Oh, so much. Our producers literally run the show, but they don't want to be on TV. Sometimes they'll pop up here and there, but they're the ones that are coming in at like 9 o'clock and writing all the scripts and making everything happen. And then there's the people in the control room that kind of punch all these buttons that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And they kind of bring everything to life.
Yeah, that's what Nicole is doing right now for us, is pressing all the buttons so people
She's
get more
the
shots
person
of
you do not want to tick off.
I know.
And then you get your photographer that tells you when your collar's up. I got a bad habit of that.
Yeah, the collar is a thing.
I'm telling you.
But see, the cameras these days are robot cameras, but operated by a live person.
That used to throw me off because they'll spin on you while you're talking.
I think this morning during our segment, did we get an off shot at the beginning of our segment this morning?
I think we did.
Yeah.
There was a lot of craziness happening this morning.
So as we were, today is, what is it? June 14th.
Yes.
This morning, while you're on the air, first of all, the overnight news out of London, that huge high-rise fire is happening.
That insane?
I still can't look at the pictures. It just makes me sick.
People were jumping out of the 24th floor this morning. It's just crazy.
And then the shooting at the baseball practice, the congressional baseball practice, was happening while we're on the air. And so, like, as we're about to do our segment, that's all sort of happening. And I just remember, like, you toss it to me, I look over to you, and I see, like, on the monitor, just like, it's the back of both of our heads.
It's like the craziest. When breaking news happens like that, it's like everybody takes like a moment and then they kind of regroup. And we were in like the peak point of craziness at that point. And
but people's adrenaline, you can tell that's why you do it. Mm-hmm. Like, Angela is always interesting. I've been there for a few times with breaking news, and like, that's when she is like, this is why I do this.
Yeah. I mean, she's incredible. She can basically ad-lib. We were talking about it afterwards, because this is the first time I've anchored in a position like that, which is totally different than if you're on the scene reporting. And she was like, I was like, I'm just going to follow you. And it's weird because you have to have a dialogue back and forth and know when she's going to stop and when to pick up. Yeah. And it worked really well today, but we hadn't really done that before. So we were both talking about how it worked out a lot better than we were expecting.
Chemistry is so important on an anchor desk.
Oh my gosh.
And that's why you can see some morning shows work and some don't, right?
I never understood, and I love her dearly, Ann Curry and the Matt Lauer, and why they didn't work until I got into the business.
Yeah, right.
And now I understand it. I still don't think they went about the releasing her maybe the best way possible, but I totally get they didn't have that chemistry. And you have to have that, especially on a morning show. Like, you don't want to wake up to someone who's like,
well, it's a give and take. You have to like put the other person, give them chances to succeed and look good, because it just makes you look good.
Exactly. You know, you're going to be a morning anchor. You know how to play the game.
I don't want to be a morning anchor. I have to get up at what?
2. You can maybe make 2:30 work.
No, I'm an old man, dude. I'll pass. I like what I'm doing.
Listen, I'm telling you, you will love the magical hour, 4 o'clock.
I don't aspire to do that job. Now, when you're out on the scene and you're a reporter and you're putting a mic in people's faces, any intense things, anyone get after you where you're going to have to use that physical fitness, maybe show them your chest hair?
You know, there was some confusion one time over the... There was some... I don't want to get too deep into it, but there was a time where a man came out. I was like 2 minutes from my next report, and he's like yelling in my face.
Sure.
And I'm like, sir, I'm just reporting the facts here. And he's like, no, you're not. Blah, blah, blah. And they open our mic because they were doing a mic check. And my producer and the anchors can hear this man like literally yelling at me. And at this point,
like
I'm
this far from your mic.
He's like in my face. And I'm like, sir, it's okay. You know, like we can talk about this afterwards. He would not get over. And they were like, do we need to like throw you out of the show? Do we need to give you some time? I'm like, oh no, we'll be cool. You just do your hit and you get off. I had one guy come up to me. He was walking around downtown. This was right after the election. And everyone thinks that because I work for a Fox affiliate that I'm associated with Fox News, and we really are not. We're owned by Tribune, soon to be Sinclair. That's another day.
That's another story.
Another dollar.
Another story.
But so they come down there, and he's like yelling at us. He clearly was upset that President Trump had been elected, and he's like in the back of my live shot, like, Trump sucks, Trump sucks. And I'm like, sir, you know what?
I'm doing a cockfighting story. I'm just sitting here trying to talk about these cocks that were pitted to fight against each other, and one cock would not go home to his family that night.
Like, I think I was talking about like education.
Yeah.
And he just was like all up in me. And my photographer was like, you know what? I got you.
Yeah.
And he was ready to scrap.
Was it Trey?
No, Reed.
Yeah.
But Trey would have scrapped too. But I don't really know how to fight.
We should have Trey on here.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
He could have taught us both.
So if someone's on the scene, like, do you have is there like a go-to in the reporter's handbook of how you diffuse? Do you like, hey, take it easy, I do CrossFit? Like, do you like try to scare them? Or
I try to engage them because I feel like everybody at the end of the day just wants to be heard.
Look at you. Are you running for office now too?
Heck no. Let me put any rumors of that to bed. But I just like engage them. I'll give them my business card because I don't answer my work cell phone anyway. So I'll give them my business card. Amazing. I'm like, a lot of times people will come up to you with these like crazy story ideas, and I'm like, you know what? Email me. They won't.
Yeah.
But I'll give it to them, and I make it a good story out of it.
You know, I'm going to invent a phone case, a two-sided phone case for the people that have two phones.
That would be a game changer for me.
Yeah, because you just then flip it and then talk on it. Like that. What do you think about that?
I could just do like a, hey, this is Kyle.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Kyle.
Right.
You know, it would be so much easier.
Hey, this is Robert. Hey, this is Kyle.
See?
Now, you've got a stage name. We have to talk about this. I have a stage name. It's
that's true.
Pete the Planner. It's a terrible stage name.
I love it though.
Why do you choose to not go with your given name?
So from day one, December 26, 1989.
He just aged himself there.
Oh my goodness, people.
Man, you're young.
27. I'm like in my late 20s. I'm like,
oh my God,
in the prime. I feel like of my 20s.
How are you even able to communicate? That's our age difference is staggering.
You are young. 39.
I mean, I'm going to be 40 in November. You coming to my birthday party?
I am. Okay.
All right. It's at Sun King, early December. We're having a band. Me and my buddy Chris Gall will be there.
Yeah, another Butler grad.
So you're invited.
I love parties with live bands, by the way.
Yeah.
But so my first name is Robert, middle name Kyle.
Sure.
And my family's always called me
from the beginning
Kyle. I don't even think I knew how to spell Robert until I was in like the 4th grade.
I think you go with Bobby Inskeep.
You know?
Yeah.
We may have to try it. Maybe if I ever move to a different market.
Yeah.
But I think it would take a long time for me to say Robert. It doesn't even feel natural.
Kyle Inskeep. I like. This is Bobby Inskeep, and today in cockfighting news, have you ever done like a petroleum spill or anything good where people are like can't stand up in the road because everything's spilled? Wasn't it like a year ago or so? There's like a Jello spill or something crazy in the last 2 years.
There was
yogurt spill.
There was a yogurt spill. I covered a cookie dough spill on 465, which is a major.
But it was
interstate.
a truck fire too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a truck fire.
So it
smelled like cookies. And at first they didn't know what was in the car, right?
Did someone die on that or no?
No, no one died, thankfully, right?
Man,
That's a good one.
Dark.
But we're like standing out there, and I'm like, it smells good. Like this normally smells like gasoline. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, there's cookies in there. And my head is like, is it safe to eat one? Or is it like, is that kosher? What's the deal here?
I always just wonder, like, when you go to a scene, especially if it's a neighborhood scene, people got to like bring you stuff. Hey man, can I get you some coffee or some truck cookies?
A horrible tragedy, Delphi, 2 young girls.
Awful.
We're up there for like days, right? And towards the end of it, neighbors are bringing us like cupcakes and cookies and coffee. And I don't drink coffee and I don't eat chocolate. So I'm like,
you don't eat chocolate?
True story. I have never had a candy bar in my life.
Is that why you look like that? Like you're fit?
I wish.
Is there a reason? Is there
it's just
like
too
a religious
much for me.
thing?
No.
How do you know it's too much? You've never had it.
I mean, I've nibbled.
So then you've had it.
I've nibbled.
Yeah, then you've had it.
I've never had I guess I should say I've never had a full candy bar.
How about a fun size?
No.
Or a mini?
When I was growing up, Halloween, I would always go with my cousin. We're the same age.
Yeah.
And we would trade. Like, I'd give her my chocolate. She'd give me her gummies and her Skittles.
That's crazy. I see that you would like chocolate.
But here's the thing. I've noticed, like, there's a large amount of black men who don't like chocolate. I don't know if it's the obvious connection here.
I don't approach black men often to say, what's your take on chocolate? Maybe should I start doing that?
It could be a study.
Hey, sir, do you like chocolate? Kyle, I have a feeling that would not end well.
Listen, maybe we shouldn't do that. But if
we shouldn't stereotype men of a certain race
and their love or hatred for chocolate.
Right. Do you assume I like white chocolate or ginger chocolate? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I love it. That's delicious. No, I don't like white chocolate. Wait a second. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe white guys don't like white chocolate.
So maybe white chocolate is really my thing. And I just
do you like white chocolate?
I haven't tried it.
Oh, it's terrible.
Maybe I should do. And I'm not a coffee drinker.
So what? Okay, you don't like coffee. You don't like chocolate. What do you like? Like,
I love Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That is like my vice of all vices.
That's terrible.
I don't know what it is about me.
How in the world do you like Mountain Dew?
I was telling someone this today.
What are you, a bee at a Little League concession stand?
I think it's less about the taste of it, and it's gonna sound disgusting, but
oh my god,
you know when you have some carbonation, it's like really fresh and it burns the back of your throat.
You like that?
Oh my!
Switch to Scotch. Wait,
but I can't drink Scotch.
You
every
get
day.
like some sort of euphoric thrill out of having carbonation.
Oh my
in your
gosh,
throat?
it's like it's an undescribable feel. When I was in college, I used to go to this place called C Club. It's in the basement of one of the buildings. Yeah. Because their Mountain Dew was like crack to me, and it was like extra carbonated. And so I would like run in there in between classes, and I would be like, I just need a large Mountain Dew, and I would just take that sip, and it would hit the back of your throat.
Are you a LaCroix boy?
So I gave
hashtag LaCroix boy
Mountain Dew for a little bit, and then I got on LaCroix. But I don't know. Do we say LaCroix?
It's LaCroix. I've heard. I believe. And the X is hard.
I've heard some people say LaCroix, and I'm like, well, which is?
I think it's LaCroix.
I like LaCroix.
I love LaCroix.
If you get it really cold, it tastes like Sprite.
And it'll burn your throat.
Yes.
In the right way. Have you had the coconut LaCroix?
No, I do pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse, which is just grapefruit.
Yeah.
For Frenchies. Why not the coconut?
I've never had coconut.
It tastes like dessert. Oh. It tastes like vacation, to be honest. You open it, you drink it, and you say, I'm in Fort Myers, and I've got third-degree skin burns.
LaCroix with a little bit of vodka is very,
okay, so
delicious.
I drink LaCroix at night when I'm like, I'd like a beer or some wine or any other liquor, but I don't want to have a drink tonight. I want to have a night in which I'm not doing that, so I'll have a LaCroix. So if I start mixing LaCroix with the thing I'm trying to avoid, it defeats the whole purpose of being a LaCroix boy.
Yeah, okay, all right, we'll let you slide. Maybe I'll bring you a pack of LaCroix to your birthday party.
Oh, I love LaCroix. Not to a brewery, though.
Oh, wait, was that kind of insulting?
Do you like beer?
I do. I've recently got on the beer kick. And everyone in Indiana right now is back obsessed with Yingling. Yeah. I think I got really excited that it was here, and then I tried one. Yeah. And it just tastes different now that you can buy it in Indiana.
We need to get you this isn't empty. We need to get you a bottle of the limited edition Frugal Ginger.
Yeah. Where did you find this?
This was made for us.
Shut up.
Central State Brewery, downtown Indianapolis, a limited run Frugal Ginger. It's a tribute beer.
Oh, that is incredible.
I've got a few at home. I'll bring you one.
Yes.
It might be a little, that's just old granddad. That's just bourbon. There's booze on the set of our show here.
That's how you know this is a legit spot.
We could have done it like a rosé tasting or something, or a Mountain Dew. I wouldn't know if I could drink Mountain Dew with you on air. Should I just have my guests choose what they want to drink with me on set?
That could be like our gift to you. Yeah. It's like a stock the bar party, which I don't understand those, but I don't understand.
Let's talk about that.
I don't understand it.
Okay, a stock your bar party is where you invite all your friends to your house, and they all bring you copious amounts of liquor.
I do. Why? I just had a discussion with somebody about this because
it's brilliant, but it makes no sense.
Right. So I guess the thought is like you're going to drink it that night, right?
But how much can you drink?
And then it's like, well, you got to leave it here? And I'm like, no, I'm going to take this home. And it's like, no, it's kind of like your housewarming. One of my friends who is very well off does not need me to stock his bar. Threw a stock the bar party, and I was just like,
bring him some like McCormick's gin, like just some terrible, like knockoff Smirnoff that was just like sneering off.
I think the next time I go to one of these, I'm gonna get like skull or like something very low.
You know, Zima's the hotness again.
Oh,
that's the thing. Like, it just happened last week.
Whoa,
limited. How do you not know this? You work on a morning show. They talk about these things.
Last week? I clearly wasn't.
You were at a cockfighting ring.
That was monopolizing all of my time.
Was that last Thursday or Friday?
It was Friday. It was a good Friday story. Yes, I didn't get a nap because of the cockfighting.
Cocks in the morning, wild animals at night. You don't see a single animal. Zubilation is a fundraiser in Indianapolis for the Indianapolis Zoo. And by the way, you don't see a single animal.
So many people kept asking. So I'm not an animal person, terrified of dogs, don't really love any pets. And people kept saying, like, where are the animals? And I'm like, I'm having the best time ever.
It's like the zoo ride. If you've ever been on the zoo train at the Indianapolis Zoo, it's a tour of the back of the zoo. Oh. Like, it's so, I don't know why the train, it's like, hey, there's the back of an animal. You see no animals. You're just on a train. It's like, oh, there's the maintenance shed. Oh, there's Rick from maintenance smoking a cigarello. Hey kids, look at that guy. He's on break and he might unionize. Right? It's just like, it's just a really weird thing. So wait, you don't like chocolate, coffee,
dogs,
Yinglings, or dogs?
I'm trying to think what else I really
Man, you have a lot of dislikes.
I'm a very picky eater.
Yeah.
I eat the same thing.
All right, what do you eat?
Every day. So Monday I have a turkey burger.
Wait,
dinner.
By day?
When I tell you I eat the same thing.
What is going on?
I'm a creature of habit to the 18th degree.
Monday you have a turkey burger. Who prepares said turkey burger?
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's frozen turkey burgers comes in packs of 4 square.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, you know this.
I eat them too.
Tuesday I have a chicken breast.
You put any cheese on it?
I do cheese and mustard because I gave up ketchup when I went on this diet last year and it stuck.
You gave up ketchup?
There was a lot of calories in it, a lot of sweet.
I understand giving up ketchup on a hot dog because that's un-American. But, what kind of weight are you trying to lose?
I mean, when I switched to mornings, I gained a lot of weight. So I had to take it off. Oh, I got some photos. I can show you.
Oh, I'd love to see those.
So I had to take it off. So I did
Robert Pigs. Robert Inskeep.
Have you heard of Ian Smith?
Huh?
Dr. Ian Smith?
Oh, yeah.
So I did his diet, and I really loved it.
Yeah.
And it's worked for me. So I kind of stick to it.
Tuesday is what?
Chicken breast.
Like just grilled? Like George Foreman?
On the George A. Foreman.
My 20s were defined by cooking of meats on the George Foreman.
I think I've turned my stove on. I've lived in my current apartment for 13 months. I literally think I've turned that thing on like 5 times.
George Foreman?
George Foreman or bust, man.
Okay, so George Foreman needs sauce or just straight like white breast?
I recently invested in some St. Elmo's steak seasoning.
Look at you.
Courtesy of my local Kroger.
I like that you've invested in it.
You know, the lady was like...
Perfect poor use of investment.
Oh, I forget I'm talking to a
Who the hell are you talking to here? Oh, I invested in an engagement ring. Oh, you did you? Tell me more about that engagement ring you invested
I'm investing in steak seasoning.
Well, on chicken, nonetheless, on a George Foreman grill. So this is going on Wednesday.
Salmon.
And how is salmon prepared? George Foreman grill.
Well, I guess I turned the oven on for my salmon.
You bake the salmon.
I bake the salmon with a little teriyaki glaze to it.
Little Trader Joe's teriyaki glaze.
Yes, and it's delicious.
All right, so that's where are we at? Wednesday?
No, Wednesdays it's just salmon.
Yeah.
Thursday, I eat the other half of the chicken breast.
This is living. The other half of the chicken breast.
Yeah, I only eat half of them. It's
so,
all about moderation.
like a full, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's a large chicken breast, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm getting full.
But not like the half of a half, but like...
No,
so there's actually two in a full chicken breast. You know, there's like the butterfly situation.
Yeah, it's all cut in half.
Okay, so you have the other half.
Yes,
so Tuesdays and Thursdays are chicken breasts with St. Elmo's seasoning. Any vegetables or anything?
I do green beans.
Okay.
And I do a little rice, also from Trader Joe's.
And then do you have Mountain Dew with that?
I don't. So I don't drink caffeine at all Monday through, really Sunday at like 5.
You need a third phone. You need a third phone to keep track of.
I'm a complicated creature.
This is This interview will go down in history as you being the most complicated person in the world.
But do you know what I have for dinner almost every Friday?
What? Cheeseburger.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I don't know what it is, but it started at my last job. We would go there after our 6 o'clock shows. Yeah. And now, if I don't get it on a Friday, I was at the Atlanta airport 2 Fridays ago, and we had 15 minutes in between flights, and I was like, I will find Chick-fil-A.
Well, that's easy to do at the Atlanta airport.
And I had to push some people over.
Sure.
Past the smoking lounge, and I was like, people still smoke?
Where was I last week? Do you remember, Nicole?
You're in Colorado.
Colorado.
Oh.
There's a smoking lounge in Denver Airport, Terminal 3 or C. No one knows, Kyle. And it's this smoking lounge. It's just like this little hut, and it's all glass enclosure, and it looks like Woodstock in there.
To me,
it's so gross.
When they open the doors, you're just like...
I know.
And I get it, like people have different vices.
Sure.
But I just feel like we have so much education that talks about how like smoking causes cancer. Yeah. Cancer will kill you. Why would you do this to yourself? I get it, people of like a certain generation. But if you grew up with me, like we've been told that smoking will kill you from day one. So when I go to the bars and people are like, oh, I gotta go outside and smoke, I'm like, for real? We're still doing it?
I pass on grass.
It's like when you call somebody and they have a ringback tone. We're still doing that.
Yeah. Totally, I forgot about that.
I called someone the other day at work and she had a ringback tone. And I was like, I won't drop her name. But she's a notable figure in the city.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I was like,
I can't wait for this camera to turn off.
What the heck is she still doing?
So Friday's Chick-fil-A, good thing you don't have that on a Sunday because you would be robbing the place.
You know what my Sunday meal is?
What is it?
Chipotle.
What's Saturday?
A Saturday I kind of different because I'll be out Saturday a lot of times. So it kind of depends on where I'm at.
What if you have like a date or a social function and the person's like, hey, do you want to go grab some wings or whatever? And you're like, I'm sorry, it's Thursday. I'm having a chicken breast and I'm going to be at home.
I can make exceptions, right? There's an exception to every rule.
Right.
So like this Friday, I'm emceeing an event.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to eat there.
We need to co-MC an event. Because I do a lot and you do a lot.
I'm a little nervous about this one. It's a casino night. Yeah. And they're playing some game called Heads Up or Heads or Tails.
Oh, where you just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. You can have fun with it. Here's the joke you do with that.
Oh, give it to me.
Okay, so Heads or Tails charity event. People try to raise money. You buy into the contest, and you as the MC flips the coin, and it's either going to be heads or tails. And and you have to decide, the people in the game either have to touch their heads or keep their hands on their buttocks. Okay, so if you flip heads and it's heads, then all the people with their hands on their heads stay in. All the people touching their tails go out. And you keep doing that until there's no one left. Until one person's left. So here's the joke. So it's like, all right, put your hands on everybody put your hands on your heads or on your tails. Sir, I said your own tails. That worked every time.
Here we go.
I've done that numerous times.
And then I've got to auction off a vacation package. I'm a little nervous.
The auction stuff's hard because it's hard to keep track of what the bids are. I got $2,500 here. Do I hear $2,750? And they're like, okay, I got $2,750, but you don't because you got $2,500 and you went on.
It's like, So I'm a little nervous about that, but it'll be fun.
Okay,
so I'm going to differentiate from the
Chick-fil-A
on Friday. But I may get it for lunch on Saturday, and then I'm going to a birthday party Saturday night. So
okay, I'm confused. You said you don't drink caffeine, but you drink Mountain Dew.
I don't drink Mountain Dew Sunday through Thursday.
Sunday through Thursday. So you turn loose on Friday and Saturday, and the dew... What's that? They've like a dew, put the dew in you? That's probably not a thing. Do the dew?
Do the dew. My other vice? Sweet tea. Yeah. I think I'm supposed to be a Southerner.
I think you are supposed to be. Chick-fil-A. You don't like chocolate, which in the South, it all melts.
See? I love seersucker.
You do look good. You have seersucker.
I almost wore seersucker here today, but I didn't want to iron it.
Well, then I would have had to put on my jacket, and I'm hot.
Oh, we would have been... Like a seersucker Sunday, you can't beat that. Yeah. I really do think maybe the South's my next move.
You can start going more bow ties on the air. You should do that.
I had to go get a fake bow tie for Zubilation. I didn't know how to tie it.
Oh yeah, it was fake. It was too perfect.
I was looking at a picture and I was like, did you tie yours?
I didn't wear one. That's the Zubilation move I go to. No tie, just a tux, no tie.
I think next year, I played it a little safe this year. I think next year I want to go.
Played a little safe, you wore a white dinner jacket. Well, it was like Downton Abbey.
I don't do period dramas either.
Yeah, you look like the Lord. I don't know or the Lord. I should know that. I don't.
But I think I'm going to go with the theme. I didn't do the theme this year. Yeah. If I somehow get invited next year.
That's a tough ticket to get.
Very tough. My friend Cassidy hooked me up this time.
Your station was sponsored. You didn't go with the Fox people.
I'm not at that level. That's like the top of the top.
Yeah.
I'm like mid to the bottom.
Sure.
2 years in.
Mid to I don't know where you're at.
It's like, you gotta earn that ticket, and I hadn't earned it yet. So
there is a hierarchy, a totem pole within news organizations.
And I'm still just inching off the ground. You gotta put in your work, and I'll be there.
You do have to put in your work, and I think it's funny having now done this, of course, in different news capacities since 2006, you see the people that are complete loners that are cutthroat that just want to make their way through, and they never last.
No.
That you can't go alone. It's like playing euchre. You can't boot your partner out and expect it to win all the time.
Love a good game of euchre.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things
That's
where...
a Midwest thing.
And I didn't realize that
totally
until I moved to the East Coast for a little bit. But it is one of those things where some people are very cutthroat and they just act like the world is all about them. And it's like, that's not really... This business is about making connections. Ultimately, everybody in every business is about making connections. And if you can't do that, you're not going to go far. Yeah. It's like, you got to be personable. You got to have fun.
Are there parking spots hierarchy at the Tribune stations? Or
one of the benefits of coming into the station at 2:05, 2:45, is that you can park wherever the heck you want.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's no traffic on the road.
Yeah, that's true.
I literally am in a drag race with my coworkers.
DUI
on
checkpoints. Yeah.
You do have to watch out for drunk drivers, though, because when you see people swerving at that time of the morning, you're like...
They're not tired. They're had
drunk.
Too many Yinglings.
Especially like after the Indy 500 or Memorial Day.
Did you have to go out to the track this year?
Oh, that is my favorite assignment. I was in the snake pit.
I don't see you liking that.
Oh, I loved it.
You like sweaty drunks.
Well, we get out of there before they get too sweaty. But we saw no inappropriate body parts this year.
Well, that's the best part.
We saw a lot of side boob, though.
Yeah.
That was a big trend this year.
That's a thing?
A lot of side boob.
Yeah, well...
a lot of shirtless bros.
Sure.
The romp hem, which I modeled.
You did model the romp hem on the news.
We saw a couple of romp
That
hems.
didn't fit real well, though.
I would have liked something that was a little more form-fitting to me.
It was a little loose on you.
But I borrowed that, and so it was made for someone else who was a little bigger. We saw a bigger dude in a romp hem.
Yeah, how'd it
and,
look?
To each their own, but I would have suggested to... I'm going to leave it at that.
Is this the low point of your career, right? On this show?
No, this is the high point. I told one of my friends today, they're like, oh, what are you doing this afternoon? I'm like, hanging with Pete the Planner.
Are you going to let your family see this interview?
I'm going to share this on all of my social media pages.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to do an Instagram, Insta Snap is what I call it before I leave here today to let people know. I love Insta Snap. Like, I'm kind of over Snapchat.
I'm a voyeur on the Insta Snap. I rarely post on Insta Snap.
Once you start, you won't be able to stop. I think it's much better than Snapchat because you're already on Instagram because you're checking the photos.
I only get on Snapchat for the filters for my kids, but I never post anything.
See, I'm a very...
You like kids? You want to babysit? Oh, you're not into kids. A
get
27-year-old male. I mean, probably not.
Listen, if push comes to shove and you and Mrs. Planner...
You can shove my kids. I do. It's fine.
I do love to hear your tweets about your children. They have some very... I was telling somebody the story about the... oh my gosh, what was it? The blow...
That was wildly inappropriate.
Too hot for TV. But
my son had the yard blower, and then I took it, and then he would... It's a really awful story.
But it's hilarious. You have very personable children. I mean, this photo.
Right. The key is to talk to your kids like they're adults, and I don't mean cursing. I just mean not be like, just like, hey, go to bed. Right? Like, are we going to go to bed now? Are we going to...
So you just got to tell him. My youngest nephew has a little thing for cussing. We don't know where he picked it up. And we're not talking about the S word.
Like major.
About the F-bomb.
Whoa.
And he uses it in the correct context.
Yeah.
He just finished kindergarten.
They hear things.
So there's a little cause for concern amongst the Phillips family.
Maybe he can't develop the R sound and he's just saying fork.
That's the thing. He's tongue-tied, but when he cusses, his words are very clear.
Yeah.
So my sister's like, I don't get it.
Ted the other day, he's got some speech issues. He'll get by him. I did. He said, "Why do people hate women's?" And my wife is like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Why do people hate women's?" And she was like, "I'm sorry." And he goes, "Is it because they're sour?" He was saying lemons. And it sounded like he was a misogynist.
See?
Ted loves the ladies. He's not a misogynist.
One slip of the tongue. One time, I meant to say sectional play, but it was on my first time anchoring.
Oh, that was during the... Did you end up on the...
Sexual play.
The YouTubes for that?
No, I didn't, surprisingly. Yeah. But our anchor at the time about lost it. I tried to play it off.
Yeah.
And she was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like,
Kyle,
help me out
This is a family show. And I was like, what did I say? I had to play dumb.
Yeah. So,
but it was fun.
Here's what we've learned about you in today's episode. Where we are time with. The episode's over. Here's where we are, Robert Inskeep. Your name is not Robert Inskeep. It is Kyle Inskeep. It is Kyle, but it's Robert. You love Mountain Dew, but only on Fridays and Saturdays. On Mondays, you eat turkey burgers. Tuesdays, chicken. Wednesdays, salmon. Thursday, chicken. Friday, more chicken but fried and slapped with a pickle on it.
Oh, I do no pickle.
You do no pickle on your Chick-fil-A?
No pickle, 3 Chick-fil-A sauce packets.
On one chicken sandwich?
Well, I also dip my fries in them too.
You don't
Chick-fil-A
like chocolate.
sauce is a game changer.
You don't like chocolate, and apparently this could be a thing with black men.
Listen, I'm not trying to start anything, but I truly think that there are a lot of black men out here who don't like chocolate.
If you are a black man watching this show, please comment. Black man, do you like chocolate? And if you're a white man watching this show, do you dislike white chocolate the way I do?
I'm telling you, I think I need to find somebody who was like a social scientist and tell them that we should study this.
Are they sociologists?
Is that what it is? Sociologists.
No one knows. What else we learned about you? You don't like coffee, you don't like dogs, and you have young family members that curse.
Yeah,
I think
Eric,
this is good.
God bless him.
He just got called out. Man.
And he does like YouTube, so this could be something he'll stay up to like.
We'll just tag his name on it. All right, my partner in crime on the morning show from time to time, Kyle Inskeep. We're gonna do Fix Your Finances 3.0, aren't we?
Yes, we're already looking for a topic. November sweeps period.
Oh boy, sweeps.
The joy of it.
Good time. Facebook Live in the morning with Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank you. People can follow you on the socials with what are we?
Kyle_Inskeep. My Instagram, throw you for a loop.
Hit him in the gram.
At R for Robert and then Inskeep.
You call it the gram or the IG?
I say IG or do it for the gram.
Yeah.
For the gram.
I'm not cool anymore.
You are cool.
No, I'm sort of like dad bod cool.
But dad bod is in.
But it is in. Jim O'Brien was showing me this morning. There's like dad bod swimsuits for women.
The hairy.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know how.
They were showing me. It was awful. Very sad about this. Anyway, not the point of the show. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So that's all we got for today. Today's episode is People I Like That I Want You to Meet with Kyle Inskeep. Watch us next time. We'll talk about more financial things, especially when I'm on your show, the morning show.
Yes, stay tuned.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Enjoy your Mountain Dew, everybody. Goodbye.
Fire. Low down and filthy, but the discipline is on point. Schooled myself, made my own.
You know, being a millionaire is important. If you want to have a good financial life, you'd be silly not to set a goal to be a millionaire. Sure, resourcefulness is a great goal, but how do you measure it? If you're doing what you should do, you should be a millionaire. But being a millionaire is different than you think. Some people think it's like this. Being a millionaire is about enjoying life all the time. Look, I've seen Cribs, I've seen The Great Gatsby. I know what it means to spend money as you want in the moment. That's what it is to be a millionaire. Well, others think it's like this. I know what it takes to be a millionaire, saving every penny you make. In fact, I eat on 13 cents a day. I can make ramen noodles every way you can imagine. I sleep in my car on vacation, and I go into fast food restaurants just to steal the condiments because I like fast food restaurant retirement soup. That's how you become a millionaire. It's neither of these things, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme either. If you have at least $50,000 a year of income, I'll show you how to turn it into $1 million by understanding housing, investing, and how your income flows. Not only that, but I will tell you when you'll have your $1 million. So start your $1 million plan today.
Every day living through the peace of my soul, I remain whole even in the middle of the pain. Even though my life has the rain, I still remain sane, writing and creating for my life. And my pen is my sword given by the Lord, and I use it to fight the tides of restriction. Sometimes I'm conflicted.